Hey, I'm Jenny Ray LaRue, the Managing Director of Management Consulted. We get a lot of questions about how you break into consulting, but a lot of people don't maybe ask exactly the right question. I'm going to focus today on one of those, which is how do you shine at a Bain interview? Which basically means how do you walk into the room and make somebody know that you are Bain quality material? I'm going to talk about my experience both interviewing for Bain and also in the interviewer chair. And I just want to give you a couple of key things that you really have to focus on. Number one, when you walk into the room for a Bain interview, you have got to smile at your interviewer. A lot of people miss some of the subtle cues that you are ready to play, confident, and game on. People at Bain are generally very forward, game on type of people. That doesn't mean that you have to be an extrovert. It doesn't mean that you have to be the life of the party. It just means that you are ready to go. And so every way that you can think of that you can demonstrate that, get feedback on it before you go into the interview. Make sure that you're ready to bring your A game when you come in. If somebody wants to work with you at Bain, they generally have the confidence that they can train you in the skills. So number one is just setting up the expectation that someone would want to work with you, that you feel comfortable in that space. Number two, something that you need to know at Bain is that they don't rate their interviews the same as BCG, Deloitte, McKinsey, or many other consulting firms. The interviews are rated in an integrated way. What that means is that they care a lot about pulling the pieces together more than they care about the individual mechanics. They're not sitting there with a stopwatch saying, oh, you did your math in 17.2 seconds, but somebody else did it in 11.6. That doesn't matter to them. What matters is that when you're doing the math, you're thinking about the bigger picture. You're pulling the math back to the overall problem, and you're driving to a conclusion. That leads me to the third thing. So not just having a lot of energy and also pulling everything together, but probably most importantly, when you're at Bain and when you're thinking about going through a case, thinking about going through the problems, thinking about going through everything, they care about your time management. Seems like a weird thing to be testing inside the interview. But at Bain, even more than the other consulting firms, you're given a ton of leeway. You're given the freedom to work on projects. You're given the freedom to work out of the office. You're given the freedom to not work at the client site, even more than at other consulting firms. They need to know that you can manage that freedom. What does that look like? When I ask you a fit interview question, it means that you answer it in a minute or under, unless it's walk me through your resume. That one, I want 2 minutes, but I want it to be very direct, very clear, and very short. When we're talking about the case interview, it means that you're finishing each piece of the case interview in the expected amount of time. As a standard, 2 minutes for everything except for the math, which you can spend 5 minutes on. But I need to know that you're not just languishing or looking for my direction, that you have your own ideas, that you're going to defend them, and that you're going to pursue them inside with the case and the fit interview. If you do those 3 things, you are going to shine inside the Bain interview. Make sure you bring tons of energy, make sure that you pull all of the pieces together, and make sure that you manage your own time to focus on what they care about the most, which is driving to major conclusion. If you like this video, you're gonna love what we have going on at Management Consulted. Hundreds of articles, long-form content written by insiders from the industry that you can only get on our website. And the information is stuff that will help you ace your interviews and succeed in jobs in consulting. Make sure you check us out at managementconsulted.com.